You have already learned how to form the passato prossimo with the auxiliary avere. You do the same, it is better to say almost the same, when you want to form the passato prossimo with the auxiliary essere. In fact, you must combine the present tense of essere and the past participle of the verb you want to make past. For example, if you want to say or write in Italian, I went, you first write or say io sono, so what? The present tense of essere according to the subject, in this case io, since in English you have I, and then you add the past participle of andare, to go. That is the verb you want to make past. Result, io sono andato. I went. Now, there is a big difference between the verbs that are conjugated with essere and those with avere. We will discuss this topic in the next lecture. I mean, when to choose essere and when to choose avere. For now, just keep in mind that the past participle of the verbs conjugated with essere, unlike those verbs conjugated with avere, must agree in gender and number with the subject. Remember that the subject pronouns io, tu, noi, voi, and loro can be masculine or feminine according to the person they refer to. So let me give you an example. Passato prossimo with avere and passato prossimo with essere. Io ho mangiato una mela. Io, this pretend that io in this case is a man. So the person who is talking is a man. Io ho mangiato una mela. I ate an apple. Now, let's use the verb essere now as an auxiliary. Io, again, who is talking is a man. Sono andato in vacanza. I went on vacation. Now, io, this time we pretend that the person talking is a woman, and we write the same thing. Io ho mangiato una mela. Now, I went on vacation. Who is talking now is a woman. Io sono andata in vacanza. So you notice when the subject is feminine, you must make the agreement. The past participle must agree with the subject. So in this case, we have andata because it refers to io equal I as a woman. The same thing happens with all other subjects. When you form the passato prossimo with essere, you always must check the gender and number of the subject. If the subject is singular masculine, the past participle ends in no. Marco è andato. Marco went. Lo studente è arrivato. The student arrived. Il libro è caduto. The book fell. Why? Because the subject is Marco, lo studente, il libro, masculine and singular. If the subject instead of singular but feminine, the past participle ends in a. Anna è andata. Anna went. La studentessa è arrivata. The student arrived. La penna è caduta. The pen fell. If the subject is plural and masculine, the past participle ends in I. Gli studenti sono arrivati. The students arrived. Students, in this case, we have male students. I libri sono caduti. The books fell. If instead the subject is plural but feminine, the past participle ends in E. Le studentesse, students, but female. Le studentesse sono arrivate. Le penne sono cadute. The pens fell. Of course, when you combine masculine and feminine nouns, the resulting gender is masculine. For example, if you say the boys and girls have arrived or arrived, you have I ragazzi and le ragazze sono, and then you must write arrivati, because the masculine gender is dominant. To make a negative passato prossimo, you simply add non in front of it. For example, i ragazzi e le ragazze non sono arrivati. So the boys and girls haven't arrived. The auxiliary essere, as you have noticed, always precedes directly the past participle. The only words that can go in between the auxiliary and the past participle are adverbs, like sempre, always, mai, never, ancora, yet, già, already. So, for example, non sono mai stato in Italia. I've never been in Italy. In this case, mai, that must combine with non, because we use mai in a negative sentence, goes in between sono and stato. The two forms c'è, there is, and ci sono, there are, follow the same pattern when expressed in the passato prossimo. C'è becomes c'è stato or stata, and ci sono becomes ci sono stati or state, depending on the subject. C'è stato un concerto, since concerto is masculine and singular. We have stato. But c'è stata una festa, since festa is singular and feminine, we have stata. Ci sono stati due concerti. Concerti, plural and masculine, requires stati. Instead, ci sono state due feste, because feste, plural and feminine, requires state. Of course, when you combine masculine and feminine nouns, the resulting gender is masculine. So if you combine, for example, concerti with feste, ci sono stati due concerti e due feste, because the masculine gender is dominant.